And welcome to the Metal Mixtape here on KSKQ's 89.5 FM Ashland, Oregon, 94.1 FM F Oregon, and streaming online on KSKQ.org. I had the pleasure last night to listen to this incredible album last night called Cracking the Moment, which just totally blew me away because my favorite thing about this album, as cheesy as it is for me as a fan, the choruses are just so damn catchy. They're so damn memorable. Such great lyrics, but also just such great momentum. And I am just so excited to talk to the singer Elisa and Maximo, the guitarist, with me right now from Rising Alma. What is up, guys?
Hey,
Hey.
uh, first of all, hi, and yeah, we're so happy to be here, and thanks for having us. And we are so happy to hear that you really liked our album.
Thank you very much for the nice introduction.
Yeah.
Oh no,
Okay.
of course. I listen to a ton of albums, and I've been playing music myself for 22 years, and I'm always such a big chorus hook guy. You know what I mean? I feel like you could be complicated in other ways. Like for instance, like just the title track games, like you have like this insane guitar riff that you're not sure where the song's really gonna lead because it almost sounds kind of proggy, kind of
Mm.
metalcore-ish, but then the singing just gets incredible, and it's just awesome, and I just can't wait to talk more with you guys.
Wow, thank you so much. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. So we got plenty of time in this interview, but since this is the first time me talking to you guys, I definitely want to get to know you guys a little bit, and definitely the second half of the interview will break down cracking the moment. But I'll start with Elisa. Like, you have such incredible voice. Also, I'm really happy that it stuck out. I've been hearing a lot of albums and a lot of bands, and I feel like a lot of singers kind of just like feel like they're all around like the same area, and yours really stuck out. The recording was different, the whole album was different. But I want to know, like, have you always been a singer since you were little? And also, like, when was that rock star moment for you where you got introduced to an album or a singer or an artist and you started singing and you're just like, wow, I'm pretty good. And I'm gonna ask the same question to Maximo afterwards.
Oh, yeah. First of all, thank you so much. It's really nice to hear that, and I'm also very happy to hear that it felt different because we always just trying to do what we like, even though it might not be the most common, like something that we heard before. So I'm really happy to hear that. Really flattering. Yeah, I mean, for me, it started actually when I was little. I would always sing in my room. I would be really like wanting to sing and imitate music, and my mom noticed that, and yes, and then for a while I was in a music school, so it was classical music school, just like
Wow.
doing this stuff, like singing in choir. In Latvia it's pretty like that. You go into music school, you play piano or choir or whatever. I was in a choir class, so it was more about the choir, and the focus was there. But then when I was like a teenager, I don't know, around actually 12 years old or 13, I will call it teenager because somehow it was pretty fast. And yes, and I started to listen a little bit more punk, grunge, rock. My classmates, we were into System of a Down, all this stuff, we were going a little bit crazy about it. Exactly. We are like, oh yeah, this is the stuff, this is the cool stuff. But apart from that, I liked Eminem. I liked when I was a kid, I loved Britney Spears. So
Okay.
whatever, I liked everything. But yes, and that I felt like I had this solid feeling, like I know that I like rock. But when it came to like making music, I was a little bit lost. Always felt a bit lost, like I didn't know what to do with it. Like people always say, "Oh, you should do this. You should be a conductor, or you should be like a teacher. Oh no, you should be like this and a classical singer." But I never felt this easiness in my head. I only think I always knew that I want to do something that is mine. And actually, until 2018, I wasn't sure what is it. And one day I was just like playing piano and thinking about like, okay, what should I do with the music? I'm not doing anything anymore. I kind of stopped doing music for a while. Um, and then I saw this Payable on Death, this band, the POD. We are youth of a day.
Of course, of course.
You're right, right. So
Funny.
they had I wanted to listen to them because I never really paid attention. Like I had a friend that always said, "Oh, I love this band," but I never paid attention until that year when I searched them and I saw this video, Goodbye for Now, and the song and everything together for me was like, "Oh my God, like this feels different. Like it doesn't like it's just exactly how I'm kind of feeling in my heart, you know, in my like how I feel about life. And I was like, oh, and people also can be like that in rock, you know. It somehow gave me perspective that you don't have to be exactly maybe as everyone or super confident to do rock, because maybe that was my assumption before, that you have to be like this and like this, um, or just very heavy singer, or I don't know, something vulnerable was there that just
I
catch my
love it.
attention, right? And I was like, for that moment, I was like, oh my God, I don't care. I just gonna follow this feeling. I'm gonna follow this dream. And I started to search and think. And I was in Latvia at that time, and I went to South of France not later after. I think it was exactly the summer. Like it was in spring when I listened to this song, and then in summer I was in South of France for vacation with my family. And then I decided to just stay, you know, just to see what's happening, because I knew that either I stay here or either back to Latvia, where nothing really connected with the music for me anymore. Like nothing feel connecting, or I didn't see the way there, you know. And yes, and then eventually I stayed in France, and then I saw POD. They were actually coming back to Europe from many years. Exactly
Wow.
that November after that summer, yeah, and I went to see them, and then I was like, I mean, I have to move to Berlin. And yeah, and then the story started. And then I met Max, and he was like, oh my God, what this crazy person, always talking about POD and stuff, but don't understand. And then we made the band, yeah. So yeah.
It's crazy. I no, that's super amazing. You know we're starting to switch generations when you get inspired by POD. You know, that's
Yeah.
that's the first time in 400 interviews where somebody's like, you know what, you know that We Are the Youth of a Nation guy. That thing slaps.
I
And
love, I love it.
no, and I also love that. I was in Germany 2 weeks ago. No, 3 weeks ago.
Oh,
Yeah, I was
where?
I did journalism at Wacken Open Air. I was over
Wow.
Oh yeah, so believe me,
Nice.
I love I love your guys' scene. Your guys' scene is your guys' metal scene is incredible. And also you guys eat so healthy over there.
Ah, well, I guess,
Yeah,
right?
yes.
Okay.
Eat.
So oh sorry. Maximo, dude,
Yes.
the guitar in it, shredding, of course, dude. I absolutely love it, dude. I've been playing guitar 22 years, dude. What was your turning moment while you were starting to learn how to play your instrument, where like maybe it was a band or an artist or an album or somebody that kind of just like, because like for me, like the three artists that really shift my brain were like, it was Ozzy at the beginning, but then it was like Avenged Sevenfold and Trivium, and because I'm
Mhm.
36, so the metalcore era was like 2005.
Yeah.
That was like that was my era, and that was like my turning point. What was like your turning point growing up as a guitarist, where you went from just playing to like wanting to be in a band?
Yeah, for me, when I started learning music, when I was a child, I started playing keyboard actually.
Oh, so two pianists right here.
Yeah. But then actually I started to listen to Guns N' Roses, and with Slash doing all this guitar riff and these solos and all that, and it's like, oh man, I also want to do that. So I wanted to quit keyboard and just learn guitar. And it's very funny because my mother got me a guitar teacher, but it was a classical guitar teacher. So I was learning classical guitar with the teacher, and then by learning the basic with him, then I started to learn like rock guitar on my own. And I was doing this for years. And then at some point, I dropped the classical guitar and I just do rock guitar.
That is awesome. That is awesome. So for Rising Alma, you talked about how at least you moved to Berlin. How'd you guys meet together? Did you put an ad out like in the newspaper and the internet? Were you like looking for a specific style before you met Maximo? Like what was the whole idea of, like when you guys got together? What was the conversation like of what you wanted to do? Because what I got from this album, it comes off as a like it's awesome that you said POD because it feels so like chorus dominant. You know what I mean? Where like the choruses really take over how like Nightwish and Evanescence are, and like these bands that have these massive gravitating choruses. Like what was your guys' conversation like when you guys wanted to start this project?
Oh, yeah, the way we met, first of all, was it was a little bit different time because it was the COVID, right? So
Yep.
I think also the way that people were thinking in that time was a little bit different. People were I don't know, it was easier to connect online because a lot of people were suddenly, you know, searching for musicians or just online wanting to make some projects or whatever. And I literally just decided, I had some piano recordings. I made some POD covers or just like my own like songs, and I was like, you know, I'm just gonna post it, you know, because in Berlin the Facebook groups is like a thing for musicians. So I just posted and really like a description like about what I want to do. I was like, I just go for it one day, and then when Max responded, he wrote me, and I went to audition to his band basically, and then we eventually made our own band. That's how it was.
Yeah.
Yeah, but what the other question was?
Yeah, but also when we started the band, we didn't have like we didn't say, hey, we're gonna make this kind of music or
Yeah.
let's go for this. You know, we just like blend together perfectly. You know, I was like playing guitar my style, what I wanted, and she was singing her style, what she wanted, and we just like blends perfectly. But it was not part of a plan. It just came out
I
like that.
like that. I like that. See, you guys already had kind of like natural chemistry. I think that's pretty cool. You know.
It's very cool. We wanted to see what we're gonna create together. If it works, then it works. Like if it's meant to be, it's gonna just make something we really like. That was the kind of, yeah,
Yeah.
I guess, yeah. Yeah.
I like it. I like it. Before we get into more of the cracking the moment, were you guys already like playing shows before? Do you guys have any like experience like touring or playing shows, or is this like kind of like first projects for you guys?
First band or rock band or anything like that for me.
Yeah, for Alisa, yes. I've been playing guitar for a little longer, and I had some other bands in the past. Been already a little on the local scene, having gigs with other bands. Yeah.
So
Yeah.
have you guys performed or toured at all on this album?
Yes, we performed. We had the album release party recently. So yeah, yeah. But we haven't toured yet though. So yeah, we hope to do it in the near future.
Yeah.
But
So
we are
so
playing.
so so how was your guys' first performance like as a band? How did you guys think it went, and how did you guys think your album release party went?
I think that it went fantastic because there were really a lot of people, a lot of friends, or just people that liked what we do and they came by to see, and it was really special. It was yeah, it was really special because with this second album we felt like we are more expressing who we are, and it was like this feeling like, you know, we are who we are, you know. We just realized like we did in things in our way, and we are following that path, and we felt like people lived along even with songs that might some metal people find like too soft, but still those metal people were singing along, and I think that was so incredibly like encouraging, and yeah, yeah, it was very great
Yeah,
altogether.
it was very nice. We're playing already like 4 years together, so we have a nice fan base here in Berlin, and we felt like everyone was there. You know, all of our fans. It was very nice.
Mm.
That's awesome. Do you guys have any? I know Europe is known for like some of the craziest metal festivals on the planet. Do you guys ever plan to hit up those festivals with Rising Alma?
We definitely,
We'd love to.
Is it,
yes, we
is
definitely
is
plan in our dreams. Yeah.
is there one? This is a question for each of you, but is there one specific in Europe you would like to play, or in the United States, one kind of like you're eyeballing that like maybe that's one you want to do?
I think no. For me, festival associates just with like having people that never heard of you be able to hear you and maybe connect with you. So I don't have any preference.
Yeah, for me, as you mentioned before, like Wacken here in Germany is very big festival, very well known, and I would love to play there one day. That would be amazing.
I would play anywhere.
Oh yeah. Yeah, no, it was, it was a dream of mine to go to Germany, and it finally happened, and man, yeah, dude. I would love to see you guys perform, dude. And I know the crowd over there would love you too, so.
Thank
So
you.
so cracking the moment, awesome album. Favorite songs on the album: Oblivious, Games, Truth and Lies, Touch the Sky, Innocence, even and I love the bring back between Higher and Self Control, because I know there it like brings it back, the chorus brings it back, and I was like, oh, I see what you guys did there. So what were you guys' some of your guys' because like I put out an album before, and I know for me like there's like I always have like I always love all my songs, but there's always like one song that kind of hit me a little different that I kind of hope maybe resonates with other people. Is there, this will be a question for each of you, but we'll start off with Maximo. Was there a song on the album that like kind of resonated with you a little different that like you kind of didn't wish? I mean, obviously you don't wish for somebody to listen to, but was there a song on the album that kind of resonated with you?
I don't have a specific favorite song of the album. I think when we were writing all these songs, at the moment we were thinking, "Oh my God, this song is amazing," but it happened with all of them as we were writing them. Uh, if I had to pick one song that I really like, that would be Mystery, because
Oh
I
yeah.
really enjoy the meaning. It's really for me very meaningful. I really like it.
Thank you.
No, I no, my star was small, but I did write a star next to Mystery too, because yeah, I know the another beautiful song, just epic chorus build up, like honestly, like I'm kind of biased, but I love albums that have like momentum. The
Mhm.
momentum before the chorus, the climax, and it's funny how you were saying like, Guns N' Roses because there's like a lot of climaxes. You know what I mean? I mean,
Yeah.
the beginning of Paradise City is just a big intro. You know what I mean? But what about you, Lisa? Was there a song on here that you loved a little more than the others that maybe resonated with you?
Yeah, actually, like I always want to say Innocence. Because yes, I can say that every single song has a different meaning, and because we write songs so like we are so attentive with each song. If also Truth and Lies, for example, also is a song that's
Love.
really special to me. Like every song is special, but Innocence just has this special meaning that I feel like I felt proud of myself to kind of like get out of the comfort zone and talk about this kind of fatherlessness subject that I find it so like a lot of times people kind of like feel like, oh, it's just like a subject, or but it's actually such a crucial reality that people should talk more about and really like press it more into the society, because I have seen in my life how it have affected me, my family, my brother and stuff like this. So I really, I really was so happy that I could be able to talk about a subject, and that also Max or my band let me talk about things like that, because it's very important for me. And for example, also Truth and Lies, just because of the way I felt when I wrote it, I feel like it's such a, I don't know how to explain, but I felt so alone in that moment when I wrote this song. And at the same time I felt like sometimes when you don't feel heard, this feeling, but your silence still resonates if you walk life with purpose and meaning. And I don't know, I for this purpose I would choose these two songs because they really deeply meant something in that moment. They kind of like meant something for me so much. But each and every song, also Oblivious, I wrote it in a very moment when I felt down. So yeah, the vulnerable
But it's
state
like
moment
it's like you
songs, yeah.
said, you have to separate the truth from lies.
Yes, I wrote it with so much
Uh,
like
I
thought.
wrote
It
that.
was
I wrote down some of
thought.
my favorite choruses, and I was just like, dude, when she sings that, it sounds so freaking sick, dude.
Thank you so much. Yeah, it's a deep song for me. Yeah.
Hey, I think that's important. You know what I mean? I like sometimes like when I listen to albums and I listen to the lyrics, I can tell when things are just kind of fabricated. You know what I mean?
Mm,
So, and honestly, like I am a huge fan of like more of people's experiences and storytelling. Like I do enjoy storytelling and albums and lyrics, but at the same time with storytelling, it like it's hard to relate to them sometimes. So I really appreciate you like writing things that are very personal to you and your family, because like the biggest bands in the world that resonate with me are bands that write real lyrics about what people can relate to, because if you sing about like some crusader in the 1700s, I don't know crap about that. You know what I mean? But if you're singing something personal, like something we could relate to every day, that's the best music in the world in my opinion.
I really thank you so much for saying that, because a lot of these songs were born through, I would say, pain, real pain, and it was the only like when I wrote the songs, I felt just so relieved and happy that I could sing about it. It somehow made me feel empowered, just to be able to put it out in a way that felt poetic or yeah, and I felt like people need this more. Like people also need this, people need someone to be vulnerable or maybe feel it and talk about it, because otherwise how will they feel comforted if no one wants to feel those feelings really? And yeah, I just let myself feel when it comes to writing songs, let's say like that. Yeah.
I like it. I like it. We have about 6 minutes left to the interview before the next guy comes on. I'm one of those people that checks the clock because one time I interviewed Camelot and they're like, "You got 8 minutes left." I'm like, ah. um, but so the new album, "Cracking the Moment," by the band Rising Alma. I'm talking to Elisa and Maximo. Can I ask you 5 fun questions before we end the interview?
Sure.
Sure.
Okay, okay. We'll start with Alicia on this one. If you could choose any weapon to destroy the zombie horde, but it only could be one weapon, and it can't be the cure or the nuke, what is the one weapon?
Wait, what?
You got one weapon to defend yourself from zombies. What
Zombies,
is
zombies.
your one weapon?
Kill zombies. I mean,
She didn't watch any zombie movie, I guess.
zombies. I mean, whatever. I mean, oh my God, how to kill a zombie? This is gonna be a question I'm gonna think about a lot. Okay, one weapon,
Yeah,
sword.
I like it. Sword. Sword works good. It's effective. You slice. All you have to do is just slice the head off or the heart. It's
Or kettlebell. I love
and
kettlebell. Yeah, kettlebell.
all right. All right,
Yeah.
all right, Maximo. Same question for you, man. How are you going to defend your family against the zombies?
I will go with a shotgun.
I like it. I like it. I like it. Well, we'll start with Maximo on this one. What is one
Yeah.
artist or band that you listen to that is furthest away from the style of music you play in your band
Um, one artist.
or
Well,
band? Just
yeah, it's difficult to pick one because I do actually listen to a lot of different music. I come from South America, and also listen to a lot of Latin music, for example. You
oh
wouldn't
yeah,
believe.
Harabe. I listen to Harabe a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah. So you don't got one? I mean,
No.
no. What about you, Elise? What is one guilty pleasure of yours that you'd love to listen to that is furthest away from Rising Alma?
Totally sucker for this. I mean, even today and yesterday, I'm blasting the Nelly Furtado song "Try." I
Oh yeah,
mean,
I love Nelly Furtado.
it's so far because it's also like a little ballad, but I have these pop moments when I find something very catchy and kind of, yeah, so I can get really in a roller for that. So yeah. Yeah.
I like it. I
Yes.
like it. We'll start with Lisa on this one. What is one thing you're terrible at that you want to become good at?
Oh, everything to do with computers, like working with a computer. Very bad at this. Like I feel like a grandma when it comes to like just doing anything, like working with Excel or Max knows I'm really terrible at this. Or even reading the emails, sometimes I'm like, wow, this program works, like doesn't make sense, everything is, so I would say computers, yeah.
What about you, Maximo? What is something you're terrible at you want to become good at?
Well, technically, I'm actually not that bad, but one thing, because I'm tall and I always was told I was supposed to play basketball, and I suck at basketball. I'm really, really bad. So that would be one.
Okay, okay. Last question, Maximo, and then we'll go Lisa. If you could choose your death, but it had
Mhm.
to be by somebody in a horror movie, who would you choose to kill you and how would they do it?
From a horror movie.
Oh my God.
I would choose like Freddy Krueger.
Okay.
He kills me in my sleep.
Dancer, you know.
What about you, Elisa?
God. Ah, I really not a horror movie person. I really not. Can I choose from like any
It could be
movie?
from an anime. It could be from a villain from a TV show. Anybody who's bad.
Anyone who's bad from animation when they are softly killing you. Oh, Supernatural. Who is Supernatural? Oh, maybe some character from the series Supernatural that I feel
Okay.
like are quite yeah, cool. Like the what was the man the
Which
who was the guy? Who was the guy? Which character? I don't know the
I've
name,
seen
but okay, let's
I've
say
seen the
someone
show
from
though. I've seen it.
Supernatural series. That it will be a cool death.
I like it. I like it. Elisa and Maximo, thank you so much for spending time with me today. I can't wait to share this all over the world. I can't wait to keep spinning your album. My show's tomorrow, so tomorrow we're gonna be rocking out to Rising Alma. If there was two specific songs I'm gonna put on the radio for you tomorrow to share with all my listeners, if each of you can pick a song, which songs would they be? And I'll play them tomorrow.
Innocence.
Innocence. One more.
Truth and Lies.
You
Truth and
got it.
Lies.
You got it. We're gonna be playing Truth and Lies and Innocence
Yeah,
tomorrow off the
thank
album
you.
Cracking the Moment. Guys, thank you so much from the bottom of my heart for sharing your positive energy. I love your smiles, and I just can't wait to share this with everybody around the world. And I hope you have a beautiful day.
Yeah, it was a
Thank you
pleasure
so
for us.
much. Thank you so much, and it was a pleasure, definitely.
It was a pleasure. Wish you also a very nice day.
Yeah,
Later,
wishing you
guys.
a nice. Yeah.
Bye.